Hello everyone, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami uNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. Listen, we are busy with the Sunday gossip, okay? Committing sin on a Sunday. Are we even going to see the gates of heaven? Bazosixosha sile, gossipers there by Satan. Anyway, guys, if you're joining us for the first time today and you really like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button. There's also people on Facebook and also Twitter. You can follow me there. You see the follow below. Please follow, okay? And like also, okay? There's a like everywhere. Anyway, you guys, if you want to support this channel, there's a thanks button on YouTube and there's also adverts on YouTube. So you can watch some adverts to financially support this channel. Listen, you guys, we are about to continue with the gossip on a Sunday. I just thought I'm not going to sit and do all of these stories on one stream. I'm going to do them on different streams, okay, so that we can have different videos that are not too long for everybody to watch. So let's do this, you guys. I want to start with a story that is very sad, you guys, because it's a story that makes us understand that bullying is still existing in schools. It existed when we were back in school ourselves, you guys, but it also shows us how far things can go with bullying in schools, and we really have to pay attention to what's happening with our kids. We have to have conversations with them, and if we think that something is strange is happening at school, your child doesn't really like to go to school anymore, we need to pay attention to such, because horrible things might be happening to a child in school, and as a parent you might not know, and you might get to know about it when it's too late. Okay, this is a story that is being reported by Amoja Love. Something happened to this learner that is really horrible, you guys. So we are going to talk about it. I don't know if YouTube will be okay with the words that I'm going to use on this video, but I think that I am okay with this one, you guys. I'm just going to take that risk because I think this is a very important issue to talk about. Okay, so I will take a risk with this one. Let me monetize it, and then we'll see what YouTube says about it afterwards, if they want me to make money from this video or not. Okay, because we know how YouTube is like, you guys. So this is a situation where this child was being bullied at school. Anyway, you guys, usually a bully will not just be like bothering one child in school. There would just be that one child that bothers children in school. This was that kind of a situation. I want to talk about this story, you guys. So this is what Zimoja is saying. This is a story about Kama Taile. Taile, yes. Bully forces fellow learner to drink poison. Imagine that, you guys. Parents and community members protested outside Queen's High School in Kensington, Johannesburg, after a grade 9 learner was allegedly poisoned by a bully from school. The learner, Brian Lovu, died on Monday at the clinic in Johannesburg. May his soul rest in peace, you guys. This is the beautiful child who was forced to drink poison in school, you guys. Let me just make this one bigger, you guys. Imagine how the parent is feeling. May his soul rest in peace. So let's find out what happened, you guys. Bride's parents, Charles Ndlovu and Midran Ndlovu, tell Zimoja that on the morning of his passing, Brian left for school in a tip-top shape. He left the house at 6:45 as usual. He jumped into his transport written by one of his teachers, Mildred says. He spent the whole day at school and came back at home around 4 p.m. He was dragging his feet when he returned, which looked strange, but he said he was feeling tired. He ate his lunch and jumped into bed. He slept, and when his father came back from work, he woke him up around 6 p.m. because he had received a call from the principal saying that Brian had slapped someone. Mildred says Brian told them that he slapped the child because he was defending himself from a bully. He said he was trying to fight back because the child is always bullying him and no one wants to take his side because the boy comes from a rich family. The father sponsors the school and no one is willing to listen to him. He said if he told us he knew that I would go to school and lay a complaint, which meant he will get even more bullied. Okay, Midran says that on the same day they confronted Brian about slapping a learner, but he felt sick. He had confided in his neighbor before his parents came. He told the neighbor that there were 4 boys at school who had been bullying him, and one of them made him drink poison, Mildred said. Brian complained about feeling a bit sick and he was scared to tell us, she says. We were meant to go to the school on Tuesday and address the matter, but at around 7 p.m. on Monday, I noticed him sitting down. He was wearing two jackets, and I asked him why he was sweating. He said his tummy is sore. He sat on the carpet and removed his socks. He said, I am burning, Mama. Please give me milk now. My tummy is sore, Mama. Today they bullied me and forced me to drink poison. Imagine, you guys. Mildred said she gave him milk. He couldn't take the drink. He was throwing up. We rushed him to Hillbrook Clinic. On his way, I could tell he was in pain and breathing heavily. The clinic did all that they could. CPR, squeezed him into onto the bed, put him on oxygen, and in less than 15 minutes of trying their best, the doctor disclosed that he was no more mid-range size. Parents handed over a memorandum to the Gauteng Department of Education to have the alleged school bullies suspended. They asked for anti-bullying campaigns to be set in place at the school, and they asked that children get an opportunity to voice their concerns. Parents say that children within the school are traumatized due to ongoing bullying at the Queen's High School. They also asked that the principal look into the possibility to the possible corruption at the school due to the teachers allegedly demanding money from children for extramural activities. The Gauteng Department of Education spokesperson Steve Mabona says that teams will be dispatched to the school. We have sent our investigation team to find out what transpired at the school and will be handling the matter with urgency. Guys, clearly this is a school that has some type of corruption or all types of corruption. Okay, this is not the first time Queens are High makes headlines for the wrong reasons in the past. In 2020, a pupil was kidnapped outside the school. The child was later found at Maponya Mall for alleged kidnappers. After alleged kidnappers demanded 500,000 as a ransom. The Gauteng Department of Education said the circumstances surrounding the boy's return were not clear. After the police interrogated a friend and an Uber driver who transported the children, he said, he just called me and said that I must come and fetch the boy. He's going to meet someone at Maponya Mall. The family was relieved that the teenager was not harmed. Okay, so this is what is going on, you guys. I don't know why, but even when we were still back in school, I just removed myself from the stream because I don't know if you could still hear me. Please let me know so that I can repeat reading the parts where you did not hear because I removed myself by mistake from the stream. Listen, you guys, even when we were back in school, there was something about those kids that were like from rich families where they thought that they ran the schools. I think sometimes when the parents are well off or they're working so hard to make sure that the kids get everything, but they forget about the basic stuff, basic things, to teach the kids like basic things on how to treat fellow human beings, you know. And sometimes at home, they're not even paying attention to the child, they're just giving the child stuff. And then when that child has to go and interact with the other kids, they're not good people. Then, you know, they don't treat people right. And I think that happens a lot. It's just an old thing where kids from these well-off families sometimes don't know how to treat human beings like human beings. This is a horrible story, you guys, where a child ended up losing his life. I feel like even if they suspend this child, but those parents are not going to get their child back. You know, this is a crime. You know, something needs to happen where he is punished for what he did. He basically took this child's life if he really did give this child poison to drink. Okay, so yes, you guys, that is a story that I wanted to do. Horrible story. Okay, Pulugon Tlamed, no, welcome. Oh man, yeah, it's a very sad story, you guys. It's scary when we send our kids to school, and also you don't know which one your child is going to be. Are they going to be the ones that are being bullied? Are they going to be the bully at school? Horrible. Okay, it's horrible to think about. Hi, Pinky Saga. Hi. This is what scares me about schools. My firstborn is going to grade one next year. And when I think of bullies, yeah, it's horrible. It is. And children take long sometimes to just tell you, to just say, listen, I'm having trouble coping at school because there's this person that bothers me a lot. I have a hard time thinking about bathrooms at school because a lot used to happen in the bathrooms when it comes to school. And if it was bad when we were in school, imagine how horrible it is now, you guys. So Yes, I also have like very soft spoken kids that I worry about all the time. I imagine them being in that environment where there's bullies and all of that. I wonder if they are able to speak up for themselves, if they are able to defend themselves. But it's horrible to think about it. And a lot of the times you can end up even thinking, listen, let me homeschool my kids so they don't go to school. But there's also an element of them being able to socialize with people when they go to school, so they get used to being around different kinds of people, because different kinds of kids are going to grow up to be different kinds of all kinds of people when they grow up, so they get used to socializing with all kinds of people. But there are things that happen in the school system that we have no control over. Okay, the bully must go to juvenile. This is so, yes, he must. This thing of the parents being the sponsors of the school, that doesn't have anything to do with him being a criminal. If he has committed a crime, he needs to go to the jail, okay, under the jail, like Sims rights would say. So he needs to go. You guys, it's horrible, because even if he goes to prison, the parents that have lost a child, those parents, for them, well, it's going to be justice, but is it really, if they're not never going to get their child back? So even if he gets like the worst punishment that he can get, those parents are still not going to get their child back. So I hope that something is going to be done. Like, they're not going to just leave it, or leave it to the school to handle it. I hope that the law enforcement is going to handle this one. Yes, under the jail. Okay, and we don't care how old you are, you killed somebody. Because where did he even get the poison? Where did he get it to even think to give it to another child? Okay, so he must go. He must go. Anyway, you guys, let me do this story here. This is an interesting one, because it is being alleged that a GBV is daily bread with this couple here, which is sad, you guys, because they are really a cute couple. Someone did say once, I don't know which video I was watching, that people don't really realize how much GBV there is in same-sex relationships, because people always think it's a man and a man, like, people don't think that there is GBV, but also when there is GBV, people think of it differently, because it's a man and a man fighting, and if it's a woman, it's a woman and a woman. If it's lesbian, it's a woman and a woman fighting. So can we really say that it is GBV when it's like that? So it's looked at differently, but also people, when they think GBV, they're not really thinking same-sex relationship. They're thinking man and a woman, woman and a man, and usually we are tempted to think a man laying their hands on a woman rather than the other way around. And it happens all kinds of ways in all kinds of relationships. Okay. So this story is being reported in the Daily Sun, you guys, but it is one of those articles where you have to be a subscriber to pay. So I listened to the full story from Umkosi Entertainment. I'm just going to read this part of it, and then we're going to go to Umkosi Entertainment, and I'm going to tell you what she said about what's going on with these two, you guys. And then after this, I want to talk a little bit about the Maporisa story, because something is going on there as well. Let me see if I can share this one, okay? So it's not all happy over there in that cute marriage. Okay, people can look really cute. You might even think, they're in a perfect relationship, but a lot of the times it turns out no, things are not as fun. So it says here, former generations and the legacy actress Letoya Makhene Pumulo was escorted by two police vans to fetch her belongings from the family home, and her partner in Mohlaheng or Mohakeng. Okay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. After an alleged altercation with her lover Lebogang Pulumo last night. This after the thespian was allegedly beaten almost to a pulp by Lebogang, which forced her to cut her signature dreadlocks. Okay, so this is what the Sunday World is saying. If you have access to Sunday World, you can go and read the full article. Okay, so this is what they are saying. Ghost Entertainment sort of gave more details as to what is going on here. Let me just see, because I did open this video. Did I close it? Okay, it's here. Okay, so she gives more details. So you can go check out Umkos Entertainment's video after this to get the details of what is going on here. Okay. So let me just read this part of it. It says here, Because, guys, the person that is a source for the story on the Sunday World is not them. It's not Latoya, it's not her wife. Okay, it's a family member that is concerned. So family members are concerned about the fact that their relationship is very volatile. They don't have any business being together because a lot has happened. Okay, so basically here they're saying a family member was saying that they had even organized and paid for a lawyer for her, and because she was saying that she wants to get a divorce because of what was happening in her relationship. Before the consultation, Latoya wanted the lawyer to help her press criminal charges against Lebogang, and he agreed. But she changed and warmed her way back to the arms of Lebogang, and this has incensed her family. Okay, obviously the family is concerned about her because they know what's happening in her relationship. But you know, okay, abantu, they believe in them. You know, we always say, I believe in my man, she believes in her woman. Okay, so she has gone back to her, so they are back in a relationship. But the family members and people close to them are still concerned because this is taking place in their relationship. It's a hard thing, you guys, when you have somebody in your life that is going through that, where you know that the relationship is volatile, you know that there's GPV in the relationship. You want to protect the person that you love, but the person is like, when they are in love, they're like, listen, forget about it, let's just move on with life. And then maybe a week or two later, they are calling you, listen, Kelly, she beat me again, what should I do? Please find me a lawyer, I want out of this. And then the next week they are back. So it's a difficult situation, but apparently they are back together right now. And when she was called, she said, no, I don't know anything about that. Maybe it's one of my sisters. We do look alike at home. Maybe it's one of my sisters. Whereas the police are saying, yes, the case was actually opened. We did have to, not the case was opened, but we did have to accompany her to the house to get her belongings, because of course she was scared to go to the house alone. Okay, so I don't know, you guys, with situations like this, I don't know, do we leave the people alone until they actually take each other's lives, and then we can help after that? Or do you constantly try and get the person out of the situation? I don't know, you guys, because she's denying that it happened, but family members are saying, yes, it did happen. You even asked us to get a lawyer for you, and we did. And now when you were supposed to move forward with this, you said no, you don't want to do it. So that is what is going on with this couple. Please do go and watch because Entertainment's video, because she does give details there. If you do have access to the Sunday World article, also you can read it there, you guys. I want to move on to DJ Maporis, even though I did not put him in my thumbnail, but I want to talk about this story because this one is interesting too, because it's a GBV situation too, but it's interesting what's going on right now. Okay. It says, I love homeschooling, but it's a lot of work, but schools really scare me. It's a lot of work, you guys. I once researched it. I don't know what was happening with my son. I wanted to research homeschooling first. The process of getting the registration, I was like, it's a lot to get it registered, because you want to make sure that obviously you follow the same curriculum that they do at school in your home, but you have to register your child. Okay, so for you to be able to homeschool them. But then in addition to that, you guys, if they are doing 6 subjects, you are basically the teacher for the 6 subjects, and you are also a mother at home. So if you have like 3 kids at school being homeschooled, you are homeschooling them in all of those subjects. Plus, you still have to be just a mother to them. Okay, you're going to do the job of the 6 teachers if there's 6 subjects that they're doing. I thought that is a lot of work. So it's a lot of work if people homeschool their kids, but it is an option in South Africa. Actually, you can do it. Okay. So yes, you guys. Now, what is happening with Maporisa? Because remember, you guys, I was wondering what is happening with him, because I thought that the ex-girlfriend had withdrawn the charges, okay? But he was still continuing to appear in court with regards to the GBV situation, okay? So DJ Maporisa is like, no, I don't want the NPA to drop the charges, because the NPA wanted to drop the charges. Like, no, let's continue, because I want to prove that she was lying about me, okay? So he insists that she's lying. I wonder where the photos came from, because usually when we see the photos, we're like, yes, you did it. Vuma ndoda, vuma, vuma uyenzile vele. That he is saying that no, he wants the case to continue because he wants to prove that she is lying. But let's read about it and see what he is saying. Okay. This is a story by Unokuthula Ngcobo, written today on the 6th of August 2023. DJ Mapolisa rejects NPA's proposal in assault case. Renowned producer and musician DJ Mapolisa will soon know if the NPA will be prosecuting him for allegedly assaulting Tuli Pongola. Amapiano musician and producer DJ Mapolisa has told the National Prosecuting Authority NPA that he wants his day in court, okay, to prove his innocence after he was accused of assault by his ex-partner. Remember, you guys, it's the same thing that is happening with Shava, because people always say just because the court say they couldn't find evidence, okay, doesn't mean that he is innocent. So I'm guessing that he does not want to do that. He does not want the court to say, listen, but people to say no, but the charges were dropped. It does not mean that you did not do it. He wants to prove that he is really innocent, okay? According to Sunday World, the Mniga hitmaker rejected the NPA's proposal to do anger management courses before it withdraws its charges. Because basically, guys, what they're saying is that they are saying, yeah, you might have done this, so maybe we think you did it, so go to anger management as part of the deal so that you never do this again. But if we say he needs anger management, then they are saying that he did it. Okay, he just needs anger management, so he never does it again. Okay, I guess he's not happy with that. The NPA South Africa Gauteng spokesperson opined, confirmed Mapolisa was given the option, but he rejected it. The source said some of the reasons given by the producer extraordinaire said was, hi guys, let me read this again. The source said some of the reasons given by the producer was that he needs to prove he was innocent because he didn't do it. He would always have an abuser tag hanging over his head. He also said that he cannot lose out on an anti-gender based violence and women empowerment gigs, because obviously if you are said to be an abuser, if they are doing one of those anti-gender based violence and women empowerment gigs, they're not going to have you there. The source also said that he stands to be cancelled by a number of sponsors and endorsement company should he not prove his innocence. Okay, so this is it, you guys. Remember, he is out on bail of 4,000 rands, and this is what is going on here. He says, Tuli alleged in a police statement that Mapolisa became aggressive and pushed her on the chest. He also allegedly slapped her across the face. He held me and took me to the balcony and grabbed me aggressively by my neck, the police statement read. Although the actress filed a withdrawal statement the day after Mapolisa was arrested, the plea had not been finalized as the NPA needed time to investigate. Okay, this is a thing that I think might have happened with this too. Remember, I was like, I don't understand why after she withdrew the charges, he still went and fetched his cars and purses and all of that. I think maybe, guys, he wanted her to come out and say, I lied, you know? And when she didn't want to come out and say, I lied, then he was like, okay, then if you're not going to come and say I lied to the people so that people know that I did not do this, then let's go to court. Then let's just complete this thing. Let the legal system be the one that decides if I'm innocent or not. Okay. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So he is serious about it. He's like, there's no dropping off the charges. I don't want anger management. I don't need anger management because I never did this, you guys. I just would like to know where the pictures come from. You know, now when people post pictures as receipts to say, listen, I was in the GBV situation, I think now we're going to need to know when the picture was taken. Okay, because now people keep the pictures for a long time, and then another situation happens, and then they took those pictures and they use them, and we don't know. You know, we just assumed. You know, we assume because once we see the pictures, we're like, "Yo, Mapolisa did this. He really did." So maybe we need to now know, when was this picture taken? Okay, what was the situation here? Yeah, I know it's going to sound very horrible for us to do that, but maybe we need to. But that is what is happening, guys. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore, because I would think that if he did this and they are giving him an opportunity to say, listen, just go to this anger management here and everything will be gone, he will take the opportunity to go for anger management. The fact that he does not want to do that, I don't know, you guys, but maybe it's just his arrogance, where he's like, listen, I ain't doing no anger management here. I'm innocent. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about. We are done here. Okay, we are done on this video. This one is really a sad one for me here. This little boy here that passed away. Honestly, I hope very soon we are going to hear again that the bully is being punished. Anyway, let me acknowledge people in the comment section. Pulugo, thank you so much for joining me, and also Pinky, guys. Please check out Puluko Tlamehlo's channel here on YouTube. We appreciate it so much. The support that you give to this channel, we will support yours too. Anyway, you guys, if you have a channel and you watch my channel, go into the comment section and tell the people about your channel, and they can subscribe to your channel. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know, you guys, if this next story I want to do as a live or I want to do a video. I'm thinking about it. This might be the last live today. Okay, I need to go do some stuff, and then I'll do a video for this one story that I want to do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Press like on here, and also share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngithanda kakhulu.